Hi everyone, this is Shaileen. I'm a fiction librarian at the Central Library of the Pratt, and we're posting videos where we talk about great books in various genres. In this video, I talk about 3 great books of literary fiction set in cities. And all 3 of these books are available to you through our e-library. The first book I want to talk about is Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. This book was like a breath of fresh air to me. It felt so original and so genuine. Eleanor is a 29-year-old woman who lives in a big city, Glasgow, Scotland, yet is very much alone. When we first meet her, she seems incapable of connecting with other people in normal ways, which makes for some very funny moments. The book is about Eleanor's opening up, learning to have real relationships, while realizing that she's not completely fine, but suffering from trauma. This book is beautifully crafted, it's heartwarming, it's hilarious, and at this time of social distancing, I think a book about how kindness can overcome loneliness might be a perfect read. The second book I want to talk about is Fleischman is in Trouble by Taffy Brodesser-Akner. I love it when books make me think hard, and this New York novel did just that. Critics have compared it to books by Philip Roth and John Updike, but the book it reminded me most of was The Great Gatsby. Reading it gave me the same sense of joy in fine craftsmanship, and both books are about ills plaguing a whole society. In this book, the society that's gone wrong is the Upper West Side, where dating apps and status symbols seem to have replaced real love. Toby is a 41-year-old doctor who just went through a divorce. His ex, Rachel, drops off the kids and then disappears, leaving Toby to assume that she's just being selfish again. He thinks Rachel has a history of putting her talent agency career ahead of their family. But Rachel does have a story of her own, and it gradually emerges, leading us to rethink everything we've thought about the novel so far. I loved how witty this book was, how zesty, and I really admired the original and bold choices that the author made in putting it together. I think this one would make a great pick for a book club because it raises questions you can talk about for a long time. And finally, I want to spotlight a book called Open City by Teju Cole. This was really one of the most entrancing novels I've ever read. Almost as soon as I began it, I was fully absorbed into its meditative mood, and I felt as though I was right inside the narrator, Julius, looking out from his eyes. Julius is about 30. He's a Nigerian immigrant in New York City. He has a wealth of cosmopolitan knowledge, and most of the novel really just follows him walking around. He meets people, he meets places, he remembers things, he reflects on things, and what gradually emerges is a picture of the modern city as a web of dissonant voices, some of which are often forgotten. I thought this book was the kind of book you'd want to read and reread, discovering new beauties and insights every time. So those are my 3 picks for great literary fiction books set in cities. And those are all available to you through our e-library. What great books set in cities have you read? I'd love to hear in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. Happy reading.